Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Tiatiawa First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides from the universal energies. Absolute pleasure to have you along with me today. Okay, what to have a look at today? Using my Trip and Wait tarot. Where do we get started? A lot of what I've been reading on for the last, oh goodness me, feels like years, is actually starting to come to fruition. I gather Trump has cancelled a couple of rallies. One was an NRA rally, and then a couple of rallies thereafter, as his health is just going into decline. And what did I glimpse there? I glimpsed this one. He's going into massive decline. Yes, Harris with her interview was fabulous. However, was tough, which the cards said they would be. But I mean, you don't need to be a psychic to know that Democrat going on Fox is going to be tough. Was really cranky at Brett Bayer. He'd ask a question and then he wouldn't let her answer it. Oh man, I was getting really cross, but that's how they go. Oh, we got a judgment moment. I actually don't think Brett Bayer was judged very well. I think he was judged quite harshly by those that were watching. Okay, but what I want to have a look at first up, I'm using my Trip and Wait tarot. I'm going to have a look at the legal shenanigans up to around after December the start again, November the 5th, election day. Now, I'm just going to put it out there. I know a few of you have said you want to vote in person on the day. If you are in any of these reddish states, swing states, any states that has signalled a little bit of dubiousness by purging rolls, etc., all I can suggest is vote as soon as you can. Georgia's had two incidences where legislation was apparently brought in, laws were changed about how voting would be conducted and the checks, the counting of the votes, etc. Judges have overturned those laws, but that's not going to stop them attempting to bring more in various states. So I'm just telling you right now, before you find yourself purged, which is not supposed to happen 90 days or something out from an election, yet you're 19 days now, something like that. So it's not supposed to happen, but it doesn't mean you won't turn up on the day and find that your vote, that you can't vote. So please, yeah, there's all sorts of shenanigans, darkness that's going to come to the surface in regards to this. They've got paths mapped out here. So I'm just going to say it. Please go down. However you're voting, vote early. Make sure your vote counts. Make sure it's registered, track it, etc. Okay, so what do we need to know about the shenanigans that are going to happen in these swing states? They have been advised that they have to certify. Fortunately, it is Biden sitting in the White House at the moment, so if the election isn't certified, it is Biden that remains. But let's have a look. Show me what sort of shenanigans are going to happen around the election. Okay. I've mentioned a few in past readings. I do see the Trump campaign camp filing lawsuits where RFK is still on the ballot. You know, RFK votes should have been mine, etc., and filing motions in regards to that. Let's have a look. There'll be the usual attempted claims of fraudulent voting, although what did they have after 2020? 70 court cases or something. The only ones that were found guilty, which was less than a handful, were all Republicans. But let's have a look. Show me the energies of shenanigans that some states are going to get up to. Now, remembering Montana with the early voting, I think it was the overseas voting, was it Montana that sent out, didn't even have Harris on the ballot. This was for the overseas voting. Okay, so let's have a look. Come on down. Right. Well, make it too big to lose, basically. The king is going to be trampled underfoot. We know that. It is the dawn of a new day. It is the end of a cycle and a new cycle beginning, a new cycle of this new generation coming through. Uh, the ship has not, actually, I can't say I've noticed that ship there before. The ship does not come in. Best laid plans of mice and men of the king. So the ship was meant to come, I'm getting the vibe that the ship was meant to come into shore to rescue the king. Didn't happen. And he's therefore been trampled underfoot by this blue horse. Look at the colour. Bluish purple, but more blue horse. Absolutely. The king's got his red robe on as well. So the king with his red robe, his crown has fallen off. He's been trampled underfoot by the blue horse. Only happens if you vote, though. So come on, let's keep going. Challenged by plans that they have yet to harvest. So I'm just going to put it out there. If you have the opportunity to vote early, please do so, because it allows, first of all, your vote to count prior to any dubious law changes being brought through. But it also means that if anything is off, you have the chance to correct it. Every time I say this, one of my beautiful viewers goes and checks and finds out that for whatever reason, despite having voted every single election for the last 50 years, all of a sudden they're not on the voter roll. So if you go to vote early, then you have hopefully time to correct it. Because the challenge to this is they have a lot of plans here that they are yet to harvest, a lot of opportunities. Yeah, because they're desperately trying to hold on by any means, not let go, not it feels like not certify. Oh, yicky, yicky, yicky. In the past, we can't say they haven't told us. So the big new plan coming forward, we can't say they haven't told us that this is what they're going to do. This is their plan, and it's been their plan all along, crowning this reading, creating smoke and mirrors, creating confusion through the choices available. But this could also imply turning up at the polling booth on the day to find that you have no choice, that for some reason you've been smoked into the ether, basically. But this is very much about poor choices that are available, and many of the choices are based on greed and addiction and power. Okay, immediate future. Yeah, trying to sow confusion in regards to the election, trying to hold up the certification, trying to wreck one ship on the rocks while they desperately try and bring the other ship that is not seaworthy into harbour. Yeah, the immediate future, there are going to be. Notice there's no legal cards here. These are all, for me at the moment, while I'm reading this, the pentacles are about the vote itself, the actual vote, the ballot itself. Externally, is it going to hold steady, or is this the mercenary actions taking place? Internally, it's not going to work. Death by 1,000 cuts. But I'm going to say legally it's not going to work. Okay. Now, here's the prosecution and the hopes and fears. So I'm going to say legally it's all these cases that they're going to bring are going to fail, but it is going to hold up the election. So just be aware. Forearmed is forewarned, basically. Do not get despondent if this takes place. But the outcome is full illumination, full exposure, but also joy in the radiance of the light, the best of democracy, bringing about hope and healing for the voter. I love that outcome. I absolutely love that outcome. On the base, we've got here the attempt to restrict. However, there is a way out by following your feet with trusting your emotions of which way to go forward. So if you turn up at the voting booth and you find that you're not registered to vote, despite having, as I said, voted every election the last 50 years, trust your instincts on this and stand firm. Take off the blindfold, undo the restrictions that these red, because if you have a look at the blindfold and the bindings, they're red, that these red states try to put you under, these restrictions, and look at your legal options because there is a path forward. We've got the Page of Swords bringing forth the truth, and we have the Tower moment for the Republican Party. They're going to, goodness me, they are going to go down, but they are going to go down fighting tooth and nail. Karma coming and biting them on the bum. Yeah, it keeps going. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. So I can't emphasize it enough. If you can, do so early. So let's have a look. Show me just a couple of cards. Who will be president in 20... Harris. I don't even need to. Who will be president? The Republicans in these states will desperately try to hang on to power, but Harris will be the president in 2025. I don't even need to throw cards on that. Thank you, guys. So, will any of the shenanigans that the Republicans are undertaking, will any of them work? Will any of them hold water? Okay. Will they work? Okay. I am getting some of them will. It's going to be incredibly frustrating, but will enough fail? Okay, so tell me, will there be legal? Yeah, well, here's the planning underway. So the planning is underway. Will the Republican Party try to prevent certification of the election? Well, elements of the Republican Party. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, it's a gift from the past being made. Yeah, it's already planned. They've already planned and in place who they intend to. Going to find themselves challenged by the investigation, shining a light, having the light shone on their plans. At the base, we have the security of the election itself, the security of the voting. This is my Homeland Security card. Oh, on the base we've got the DOJ. It's also my Biden administration card, but I'm just feeling DOJ, FBI, those sorts of vibes. It's also IRS, but I don't think they'll have much say in the election itself. Remembering that there was apparently one Republican governor or something along the Secretary of State or something along those lines in one of the states who hid the drop-in ballot box in his office so people couldn't drop in the ballots, and it got reported, and the DOJ was there almost instantly and said, "Excuse me, sir," and put him straight. In the past, we've got the strength. So are they going to... It's like trying to shut up the orange, the orange one with hair. Why is that in the past? The strength of the past, because their strength is in the past. As their strength, their show of strength is in the past, as they're desperately trying to close the mouth of now you'll notice several rallies have been cancelled, close the mouth of the orange blonded hair one, and I'm really drawn to the tail between the legs, tucked between the legs in a fearful manner. Okay, insecure, fearful manner. Crowning this reading, are they going to? Yes, they are. Do not be surprised if you turn up on the day to find that you're not on the roll. Have a contingency plan, but also stand up for those that find themselves in that situation as well. If there are 20, 30, 40, 100, 200 of you that are in the same situation, you will be a force to be reckoned with. So not quite sure what your actions will be, but wouldn't hurt to research it prior. Okay, immediate future, loss, heartbreak, despair, betrayal, feeling like one has been betrayed. So betrayed, yes, they are going to. Yeah, they intend to steal it at any cost. They don't care. They're going to steal it at any cost. However, here comes justice. Now, is this the Supreme Court, who they think they've got on the take? Let's see how it goes. The King of Wands, hopes and fears, the legislators bringing forward information, bringing forward a plan, manipulation, but it's just going to be too heavy a burden. They're not going to get it over the line, and there is work in progress at the moment to expose those that are involved. And as I said, I've got the DOJ on the bottom. A lot of anxiety in regards to this, something unexpected out of left field, information about the voting coming forward, information about contracts and agreements with the voting coming forward. Those that have gone la, 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 la and stepped off the cliff are going to have to really defend themselves against the voters themselves. Okay, so I want to have a look at the Supreme Court here, seeing as that Justice card popped up. I might just pop that there to the side and we'll have a look. Show me, with this Justice card, how's the Supreme Court going to respond to this? How's the Supreme Court going to respond to these shenanigans? Trust me, they're going to try and take it all away. Yeah, they're in the financial lap of this devil energy. Well, some of them are. What, six of the nine? Five of the nine. Thank you. Penny Barrett's a bit on the border. I think she's actually trying to be a good judge. Yeah, the hidden agendas. The hidden agenda is there. Show me, how's the Supreme Court going to react to this foul play? How is the Supreme Court going to react to this foul play? How's the Supreme Court going to react to this foul play? How's the Supreme Court? Oh, you want that there? Okay. Right. Yeah, they're just going to walk away from it. Can I say any more? I think they're not going to hear it. I think what's going to happen is it's going to be too overwhelming. We've got here the manipulation at the base in the past. Yeah, they know that the one that they put all their eggs in the basket with is in the past. His strength is in the past. Crowning the reading, the court cases are going to fail. Yeah, I don't see the Supreme Court hearing them. In the immediate future, we've got this abuse of power, win at any cost, but we've got here the judges externally. Internally, we've got the revealing of some sort of contracts and agreements. Could this be Whitehouse? Senator Whitehouse, who's got all the dosh on the on the Supreme Court wheelings and dealings being exposed. I think this might be what this is. They're trying to prevent it being exposed. A return to temperance. There is a plan, but I think it's all noise, and those that are involved are walking away. Yeah, it's just going to be too much of a burden. And we have the Ace of Swords, the sword of truth, coming forward. So no, I don't think the Supreme Court's going to hear these cases. Those that are involved are going to try and take it to the Supreme Court, but I don't think they're going to hear it. Volatile information is going to come out about these court cases moving forward in regards to claiming that they were stolen, but they're not going to work. They're not going to work. It's all about the grift, loss, anxiety. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I don't think the Supreme Court is going to give them the time of day. In the past, yes. 6 months ago, yes. But I don't think they are anymore because this is in the past. Okay, love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.